Black Friday eShop deals are now live, or at least as with Thursday's video in some regions. Now today, I'm going to be covering the US, Canada, UK, EU and Australia, and I do have 15 games for you all. Now as always, the majority of the Black Friday deals have gone live first in the UK, EU and Australia, so if you are in the US and Canada, like me, expect many of these deals to be live in this coming week, and when it does happen, I'll be dropping this video again, adding in all additional pricing. This will at least though give you a sneak peek of what to expect, and there's still 7 games live for you all included today, so get adding to the wish list. That's basically the message with this video. My name's Alex, this is SwitchCorner, and if you do enjoy this video today, subscribe, helps out the channel a huge amount. I'm pushing for 60,000 subscribers to close out the year, and we are so very close. Each sub makes a huge difference. Today then, we also have 2 winners to announce for 2 $10 eShop gift cards, and 2 more to give away. To enter, drop a comment down below, and the winner they'll be announced in next Saturday's video. Jurassic World Aftermath, a game that nearly delivered something truly special, is a stealth experience originally released for VR. Now the premise is straightforward. You've crash landed and must survive on this island teeming with dinosaurs. The gameplay revolves primarily around sneaking, and the choice of raptors as the main enemy was definitely a good one. Personally, I'm a fan of the cel-shaded art style as well that they did adopt, although I do acknowledge it might not be to everyone's taste. Unfortunately, the game becomes repetitive, and it's clear that the VR element would significantly enhance the experience, making it feel somewhat simplistic in its absence. I still think Jurassic Park fans should take a closer look, especially now that it's available at 60% off a new low price. The Great Ace Attorney Chronicles is now available at a 60% discount. That is a new low price. I reviewed this game, but not for my channel. Instead, wrote the script for the folks over at SwitchUp. I'll be linking that video below. Now, this entry in the series is essential for fans, in my opinion. It bundles together 2 games that explore the ancestry of Phoenix Wright. Now, this one, it's set in the late 19th century Japan and England, and you'll be spanning 10 cases where you'll encounter some great characters, including nods to the likes of Sherlock Holmes. The gameplay remains true to the series formula, involving investigation, interrogation, and legal battles. There's also a ton of content for the price here. You're looking at a solid 50 hours of gameplay, potentially more, dependent on your skill level. You can also then grab this as part of the Ace Attorney Turnabout collection, which is 67% off, and that bundles in the Ace Attorney trilogy as well for $19.99 USD or your regional equivalents. COGEN Sword of Rewind is a game I picked up post-launch. It's currently available at a new low price, 50% off. I really enjoyed this one. It's a great choice for fans of fast action platformers, think like Mega Man or Gunvolt. Be warned, however, this is not an easy game. And the story begins as you awaken in an unfamiliar world, with your first encounter being a talking sword. The primary goal is to unravel what has happened in this world. The unique twist here, though, is that you can actually only take 1 hit before death. If you do get hit, however, you have the option to rewind time by 3 seconds to retry a section or battle. There is a cooldown timer as well, so death is a genuine threat, but I found this added challenge to be just really good fun. This one, I think it is well worth a look. Shin, Me and the Professor on Summer Vacation is an adventure game I featured in my recent video 30 anime games on the Switch worth playing, which I will link down below. You can also find my review of the game there as well. In this one though, you go on a trip to visit family friends, but things take a bizarre turn when dinosaurs suddenly appear in town. Additionally, there's a mystery involving a mysterious man who hands us a camera in the game's opening moments. He may be linked to these strange events. The gameplay is straightforward, focusing on exploration, interacting with locals and completing basic quests. Definitely one of the most relaxing games I've played recently, with a likeable cast, and I knew very little about this character going in. Currently then, it's available at 30% off, matching the low price. A couple of games I'm considering pickups for me then, meaning maybe you'll want to join me for the ride, but they're not necessarily direct recommendations, and that's because I'm wrapping them up still, just taking my sweet time about it, it seems. But first up, Punch Club 2 Fast Forward. Really enjoyed the first entry on this. It's a fighter management simulation game where you're out to become a champion fighter. Just this really unique combination of mechanics, and my only warning, which kind of has me working through it slowly honestly, there's a heavy element of grinding to it all, which means I have to be in the mood for it. I'm determined to wrap this one up though and cover it here on the channel, and right now it's 35% off a new low price. Then The Last Hero and Nostalgaia. This is 30% off a new low price. It's a satirical Souls-like Played quite a bit of this one actually, but basically you control a stick figure in a 3D world, combat is solid, the humour is on point, and there's a narrator that does a great job throughout. I was concerned it was going to get a little annoying, but that hasn't been the case this far, and I do suspect I'm somewhere close to the end game with this one. The story then, the world of video games is falling apart and you must save it. So I did mention these in Thursday's video, but just a quick reminder, this week's Amazon physical deals stand out to me. First up, Demon Throttle, exclusively available in physical format and not on the eShop. That is now 47% off. Samba de Amigo Party Central is at a 33% discount, while Super Bomberman R2 has dropped to 40% off. Then we get Double Dragon Gaiden, Rise of the Dragons, that is also 40% off, a fantastic deal in my opinion. And lastly, the Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 1, that is currently 25% off, and I've just ordered that myself. I've included links to all of these deals in the pinned comment below, and if you do decide to purchase any, using those links would be greatly appreciated as they are affiliate links and it helps support the channel directly. These links as well, they should also direct you to your regional Amazon store. Alright, so the rest of today's video then, it's going to be deals that are live for Black Friday in the UK, EU and Australia, with us waiting on the sale in the US and Canada. Now I do suspect these deals will go live early next week, so do watch out for that. And again, I'll be dropping a dedicated video updating all of this pricing. I'll also be adding in extra games, so yeah, get adding these games to your wish list. Demon Slayer revisits significant events from the anime's first season, culminating in the train arc. Gameplay wise, it combines arena combat with some basic exploration elements. While the exploration aspect is somewhat simplistic, it's still enjoyable to revisit locations from the anime. The combat, typical of arena brawlers, leans more towards straightforward mechanics rather than intricate ones. What that means though is over-the-top action suitable for any skill level, which I do think is always entertaining. Now this is another one I featured in the 30 must buy anime games video, which is down below. I also reviewed it, so find that in the pinned comment as well. We actually did see this price sign in the US and Canada just a few weeks back as well, but yeah, I think it is well worth this 60% off, which is a new low price. Cyber Shadow draws clear inspiration from the classic Ninja Gaiden series, and I couldn't think of a better influence. As a huge fan of that series, I find Cyber Shadow to be a fantastic homage, featuring stunning pixel art, challenging gameplay and tight controls. It is a game that consistently challenges you. The only minor issue I encountered was with some platforming sections. I'd say the controls weren't quite responsive enough, but these moments, they are relatively rare. I'm hopeful for a sequel, I think it is deserving of one, and currently it's available at a new low price of 40% off, and for more details you can check out my full review in the pinned comments. Rogue Legacy 2 is a must-buy for fans of the original as well as those who enjoy roguelike games. This one features ongoing upgrades and then a new character in each run. The gameplay constantly evolves as well, because as you do progress, you build a kingdom to aid you in this mission. Both the combat and the platforming mechanics here are top-notch, with the boss battles in particular being a standout encounter. The game's visuals then have also undergone a gorgeous hand-drawn makeover, making it even more impressive than its predecessor, and despite its quality, it seems to be somewhat underappreciated, and I think that's because its shadow dropped to the direct, and while the initial excitement is fantastic, it means there's very little coverage out there for the Switch build, which is definitely disappointing. Now it's 40% off, a new low price, and I think this one is well worth it. TMNT Shredder's Revenge is currently available at 30% off a new low price. I've reviewed this game and you can find that in the pinned comment below. Shredder's Revenge excels in virtually every aspect, art, gameplay and music. It is stunning and arguably the best brawler on the Switch, serving as a perfect continuation of the classic TMNT series. Now once again then, we're tasked with stopping Shredder and his squad, and the development team proven experts with their work on Streets of Rage 4, but they've outdone themselves here, particularly with the addition of 6-player online support, which just makes the gameplay absolutely manic. It is a game I keep returning to personally, I'm sure you will too, and genre fans, if it's not in your collection yet, I really question why it wouldn't be. Neon White was one of my favourite games from 2022. It comes from Annapurna Interactive, who have a good eye for spotting gold. It's best described though as a first-person parkour action game. The concept is innovative but not easy to explain. Essentially, you pick up playing cards that serve as weapons, but you can also discard them for secondary abilities. For example, a pistol card might become a double jump, or a machine gun could become a, let's say, a dash. It is ideal for speedrunners with numerous shortcuts throughout the world. There's some minor slowdown admittedly towards the end game, but that doesn't detract from the overall experience. Story is also unique here. You play as a sinner offered a second chance with a stay in heaven, provided you clear out demons that have infiltrated it. Incredible stuff, but do check out my full review just so you can get an idea of all of the mechanics. It's 40% off then, a new low price. Bob is our first winner of the week then. I appreciate the thanks, means a lot. Been doing these for near 5 years now, so definitely been huge to see the amount of support we've received. Congrats on the win, Bob. Drop me an email for the code, and everyone else, there is a second winner coming up here shortly in the video. SIFU is a treat for beat-em-up fans and offering third-person gameplay centered on ultra-difficult combat and mastering a control scheme that emphasizes both offensive and defensive tactics. The game's uniqueness lies in its revenge plot. You seek vengeance for your family's murder, but there is a twist. You age 7 years each time you fall in battle. It is a unique spin on the roguelike formula, and now as you do age, your strength and abilities they evolve, affecting the skill tree within the game. So basically, what you can and can't unlock. There is a few frame rate stumbles, but I loved it and I'm hoping to see more from this world. Recently, they even added in free DLC and extra modes, and you can check out my full review in the pinned comments. Right now then, this is 50% off a new low price. Sonic Frontiers is currently available with a 60% discount and new at a low price. Despite some criticism regarding the game's visuals and performance, these issues weren't exclusive to the Switch version and I still had a good time. I think the game still delivers a unique open world experience that blends classic Sonic gameplay with these new elements. The massive bosses, for example, it's reminiscent of Shadow of the Colossus, which was surprising, but they are particularly impressive. In the game then, players embark on a quest to find the Chaos Emeralds after becoming stranded on a mysterious island. For a more detailed analysis of the game's performance, you can check out my performance review in the pinned comment below. Big Rock is our second winner then, who is considering Ender Lilies and then shouted out Blasphemous 2, which I agree, that game was a blast. Congrats on the win, Big Rock. Drop me an email for the code, and everyone else, drop a comment down below for your chance in next Saturday's video. Disco Elysium then is a masterpiece. It received a patch shortly after launch that, while not making it perfect, significantly reduced the load time, so if you do watch my review, do be aware of that complaint. The compromises made overall, in my opinion, were worth it though for the handheld play alone. Now as an RPG, you play as a detective grappling with numerous personal issues, tasked with solving a murder. The gameplay focuses on exploration, dialogue and piecing together clues. The writing is incredibly dark and pitch perfect, masterfully tackling various challenging themes simultaneously. The game also features tabletop style elements and is complemented by an incredible soundtrack from Sea Power. It also has some of the best voice acting I've encountered, and it's a new low price here, 70% off. That is an absolute steal. You should absolutely play this game. And that is the video down. What will you be picking up and what will you be adding to the wish list? A shout out then to the patrons and the channel members who are going above and beyond to support SwitchCorner. Helps more than you know, so thank you all so much. Then hit subscribe, join us here for reviews, deals, news and lists daily, and I'll see you all on the next video. Thanks everyone.